10 miles west of the Statue of Liberty in Newark, New Jersey, the third-ranked UConn Huskies are playing Seton Hall. For Dan Hurley, the UConn coach, this is a homecoming. He grew up nearby in Jersey City, and it was playing for Seton Hall more than 30 years ago that the game nearly broke him.
My players have a tremendous strength for me while they play for me at UConn, because a lot of my playing career was a struggle. My ability to bounce back from failure is absolutely elite because I dealt with it a lot in my life, so I don't blink.
And tonight, neither do the Huskies.
The Connecticut Huskies finally exercise some of their road demons against Seton Hall.
Even now, with 2 national championships and all the acclaim that accompanied them, for Hurley, what he went through in college is never past.
I'll say this, my legacy is not defined by how I do at Seton Hall.
At guard from Jersey City, New Jersey, number 15, Danny Hurley.
In 1993, as a sophomore point guard at Seton Hall, Hurley started almost half the Pirates' games.
Here comes Hurley. Nice no look to Brown for a beautiful 2.
As a junior, he felt he was ready to become a star, just as his brother Bobby had been at Duke.
Oh, nice look, nice pass.
I had finished my sophomore year, in a pretty good fashion. That was the one summer that I really went all in. I had stopped the partying. I'd really come up with a winning approach, but I got off to a brutal start. I've got basically the yips.
Hurley finds a gap, lost it.
If you've never experienced performance anxiety, like you're a shell of yourself.
We knew he was struggling, but we didn't have any idea about how extensive it was and how much it was affecting everything in his life. He was just in a terrible, terrible period.
I felt like a loser, I felt like a loser. I felt like a failure. My only identity was as a basketball player. I was going down in flames that way.
Hurley's the open man, a little late getting it to him. He decides to penetrate, nowhere to go. It's blocked, loose. St. John's ball.
I was getting to the point where I was going to do harm to myself, to the point where I was going to isolate myself from the world and just continue to drudge through my career and continue to spiral.
I wanted to remind Dan that there are things bigger than basketball, and it's hard in the moment, and we were kind of programmed to maybe not necessarily look at it like that, but just wanted to tell him that, I loved him and that he should, if he feels he needed time to step away from the game, that's like the brave thing to do.
Bob understood, because Bob was the only other person that had the same life experience and could relate to what we went through as kids in terms of that relationship to basketball. So I just really went underground for a couple days, and just no one could find me. I didn't communicate with anybody for almost 3 days.
To save himself, Danny knew he would need to take a break. He left the program at Seton Hall in the middle of the season and went back to Jersey City.
That drive home the first time and really being in a dark place and really questioning how much value you bring to the world and how much of it is worth it for you to continue to go on. You have no area of your life that is positive at this point.
Then Dan's father, Bob, came down with pneumonia. Bob was the Hall of Fame basketball coach at St. Anthony's High School in Jersey City, where both Bobby and Danny had played.
I've been away from this basketball team for, maybe a month or so, with between leaving and the pneumonia. And in this period of time, here comes Danny now out of the shadows, and he's now going to practices. Danny steps in, and now he's helping to run practice. Really stepped into the role of being like a, associate head coach, if not head coach.
Which was my first time, since I walked away from the basketball, actually touching a basketball, getting around a team again. That was like chicken soup for my basketball soul or what have you, right there, just getting back. Because my dad needed me to go be around the team.
In the fall of 1994, 9 months after leaving Seton Hall, Hurley returned to the Pirates. Over the next 2 seasons, he'd start all but 3 games. Then, after graduating in 1996, Hurley found his calling, not as a player, but doing what his father did.
I think this is right in my wheelhouse. My greatest gift right now is coaching 18, 19, 20-year-olds.
As far as Hurley has come, the darkness he experienced at Seton Hall will always be part of him. Overcoming it has been his greatest triumph.
It goes well beyond just competing for national championships. I want to have great impact on the lives of young people, the way I needed when I was a college player.